Hey, listen to me, my viewers and subscribers. Believe me when I say that Test cricket is really the pinnacle of this sport. Now, our Test team might not be doing too well, so you're probably wondering what I am on. That is why I always say to people, don't only watch your team. If you really want to stay locked in, if you want to know what's happening in the cricketing world, you have to watch cricket outside of your own team. You understand? And some very good test cricket is being played. I'm going to talk a little bit about that game between India and Australia that went into the final day with all outcomes possible. Plus, we're also going to take a look at a game that is going on between Afghanistan and Zimbabwe. Very, very interesting game. Two double centuries and four centuries in that one game, my people. You understand? Plus, if you want to talk test cricket, look at the game that just concluded between Pakistan and South Africa. I tell you, my viewers and subscribers, the peak, man, the peak. Anyway, we're going to start off by talking about Australia versus India. Now, I spoke about this yesterday at the end of day 4. Now, we're looking at the end of day 5. Australia having secured victory by 184 runs. Some very, very good cricket, my people. Now, I actually watched it for a good bit last night before I fell asleep. When I fell asleep, Jiswal and Richard and Pant, they were still there at the crease. And I was saying, they might not chase it down, but they are probably going to hold on for a draw. But listen, the Australian bowlers, they had different ideas, my people. And I tell you, once again, I have to speak of the captain, Captain Pat Cummins. I spoke about him hanging on and scoring a 40 yard to make sure that his team got a good total or a good target on the board. Now he came back and he started things for them with the ball in the second innings. You understand? He took the first couple of wickets to make sure that his team, could get things going. So let me just give you a quick recap of the first innings. So Australia, they scored 474 in that first innings. Remember, we spoke about it with Steve Smith getting 140 and, Bumrah getting 4 wickets. India, they were bowled out for 369 in their first innings with Nitish Kumar Reddy getting 114. And, we saw 3 wickets to Cummins, Scott Boland, and Nathan Lyon in that first innings. So Australia batting a second time, they scored 234. You understand? They were bowled out for 234 with Marnus Lamashane getting another half century. He got 70, Pat Cummins 41, and a very important 41 from Nathan Lyon. Once again, it was Bumrah that proved difficult to deal with. He picked up 5 wickets. Mohamed Siraj got 3. Now, to what I want to speak about, my people, because we spoke about this yesterday. So, into the actual thing now. India, batting a second time, they were bowled out for 155. Yes, the target was 340. And going into that final day, you understand, all results were possible. India, they would have to go at it from ball 1 right to the end if they were going to get that. Australia knew if that happened, they had a chance of bowling them out. You understand? India, they probably weren't going to play it safe and go for a draw. But some very, very good bowling, my people. Driswall once again showing what a spectacular talent he is. Scored 84 off 208. So under pressure, while the senior players were unable to hold it, a 23-year-old was able to stay out there and hold things together. You understand? I tell my people, we look at 23-year-old players in other teams and we look at them in our team and see the difference, Jiswal 84 of 208. Rohit Sharma was removed by Pat Cummins and KL Rahul also by Cummins. These two players, they were removed to get the thing up and running for India. Pat Cummins once again showing his class. He was also responsible for, making sure that a couple of good reviews were taken. You understand? So shout out to him. Now, the two guys that stayed out there for a little bit, Jiswal, who got 84, as I said earlier, and Richard Pant 30. They were the only 2 players that got into double figures. Yes, the only 2 players that got into double figures. The top guys, Rohit Sharma 9, KL Rahul 0, Virat Kohli 5, Jadeja 2, Nitish Kumar already 1, Washington Sundar was left not out and 5, Jasprit Bumrah didn't score, Mohamed Siraj not. You understand? Australia, they went to work, the catching was good. There was only one little thing that people are pulling away at, was the removal of, I think it was Jaiswell, where, it was a caught behind. They went upstairs. Sneaker didn't show anything, but the third umpire gave it out on a clear deviation. The ball hitting, I think it was the glove there. You understand? And things. So, people talking about that a little bit. But once again, Australia showing their class. I mean, a lot of us, because of the history, because of all of the rivalry, we might not like them, you understand, in turn, not personally, but we usually look and see if they can, other teams will get the better of them. But one thing you will say, they won't go down without a fight, and they won't stop. You understand? Mitchell Starc bowled very well, picked up 1 for 25. He bowled extremely well in the first, especially in the first over. You understand? Pat Cummins 3 for 28, Scott Boland 3 for 39, and Nathan Lyon 2 for 37. Travis Head 1 for 14. You understand? Travis Head, my viewers and subscribers, he was the one that dismissed punt. That sort of helped to change the game a bit. So, very, very interesting game, my people. Pat Cummins ended up getting player of the match, scoring 49, 41, and picking up 6 wickets in that game. So, congratulations to the Australians. Now, before we go, I want to talk a little bit about a game that is, the match ended up in a draw. I don't know if at the top I said that it was ongoing, but the match ended up in a draw. Zimbabwe versus Afghanistan, right? Very, very interesting game here, my people. 2 double centuries and 4 centuries in the one game. Zimbabwe batting first, 586. You understand? Afghanistan going in and scoring 699. Zimbabwe batting a second time, 142 for 4. You understand? The match played out to a draw. So let me just give you, in Zimbabwe's 586 that they scored in the first innings, Ben Curran, that's the brother of Sam Curran, he recently made his debut for them. He scored 68 in 74. The first centurion here in this game, Sean Williams, 154. We know of his talent, 154 in 174. Craig Irvin, the captain, got 104. Brian Bennett, he also chipped in with a century, 110. You understand? Let's take a look at Afghanistan's first innings now, my people, and only innings, 699. They responded there with some runs of their own. Seems as if it was a batting-friendly pitch. Ramat Shah, he scored 234 of 424 deliveries. And the captain, Hassamatullah Shahidi, scored 246 of 474. And we saw Afsar Zazi getting 113 of 169. So, loads of runs in that game, of viewers and subscribers. Game ended up in a draw, but I can tell you the batsmen probably, will be sleeping well. I mean, you always want to win, but going out there and scoring like that, you're definitely going to boost your confidence and things. So, I just wanted to spend this entire video just highlighting red ball cricket. We'll touch base again soon. Big up.